Hi guys, welcome to the Unacademy platform. And welcome to the NTA UGC NET Electronic Science free live classes in the Unacademy YouTube channel. So in this session we are going to see the previous year questions discussion. So before going into that previous year question discussions, here the announcement is that the candidates who are going to write the exam in this 5th November 2020, here the crash course is available for those candidates who are going to write the exam on 5th November. Okay, and this crash course was already started from October 1st onwards and it continues up to the month of this October. Okay, and if you subscribe now itself, then you can able to access all the previous lectures. Okay, not a problem. And this course is titled as Crash Course on Electronic Science through the multiple choice questions. That means with respect to the MCQs we are going to discuss here, and you can get the class PDFs also. Okay, whatever the class was done, okay, you can download that class PDF also after completion of the class, and you will get all the 10 units will be discussed in brief in this crash course. Okay, and apart from this one, the candidates who wants to get the complete course for the UGC NET Electronic Science, it is going to start from November 10th onwards, November 10, 2020. Okay, so for both these two courses, here the different subscription plans are mentioned here: 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. Okay, so out of all the subscription plans, if you are writing the exam in the 5th November and you are planning to take, if you are planning to take the 1 month subscription, planning to take the crash course, then you may take the 1 month subscription plan. Or else if you are planning to write the exam in the upcoming months or the next year, then you may take the 3, 6, 12 or 24 months. That depends upon when you want to write the exam. Okay, and if you are planning to take the complete course or the crash course, then use my referral code, that is Aswini K, then you will get 10% discount on any one of these subscription plans. Okay, hi PVK. Okay, so now we will see the questions. So it is the first question we are going to see here. In satellite communication, uplink and downlink frequencies are kept different. That is the assertion. And the reason is given as the uplink frequency is chosen to be of lower value than the downlink frequency. So it is the question given here. So coming to the satellite communications, this question is from the communication systems. So in the communication systems, we are having the satellite, optical, radar, mobile, all these communications are there. So coming to this one, of course, in the satellite communication, we will be having one earth base station will be there. Okay, and the satellite also will be there. And earth base stations. So if you want to transmit a signal from the earth base station to the space station, then the signal will go like this, and this signal has to penetrate through the different spheres, troposphere, stratosphere, ionosphere of the different layers of the atmosphere, and then it has to reach to the satellite. Okay, and it is called as a uplink. The signal which is going from the earth base station to the space station is called as a uplink, and the signal which is coming back from the satellite to the earth base station is called as a downlink. Okay, So coming to the uplink, it has to overcome the gravitational force and it has to enter into the, cross the different spheres and it has to enter into the space. So that's why more amount of penetration must be there towards the upward direction. Then the frequency of the signal must be high, greater than the frequency of the downlink frequency. Okay. Hi Sweta Padma, good afternoon. Okay, the more uplink frequency must be there comparing with the downlink frequency. Okay, so now as per this concept, in satellite communication, uplink and downlink frequencies are kept different, so it is absolutely correct. The uplink frequency is chosen to be lower value than the downlink frequency. Is it correct? It is wrong, right? Uplink frequency is greater than the downlink frequency. So based upon this one, the assertion A is true and R is the false. Okay, and the frequency ranges of the satellite communications are in the gigahertz. Okay, and the different bands, the different frequency bands what we are using for the satellite communications are L, S, C, X. These are the different what we call satellite communication bands. LS, CX, KU, K, KA. And here I have written in the increasing order of the frequency. Okay, increasing order of the frequency bands. That means the K is having the highest frequency band and L is having the least frequency band. So based upon the frequency range of the satellite communications, you may get the questions, and based upon the increasing order and decreasing order of the frequency bands, microwave frequency bands, you may get the question. So please note down these points, guys, if you want. It is the first question. Next, second question. If the desired transmission bitrate for the coherent binary FSK system is 4 kilobits per second, the best possible interval between the carriers is. Okay, so here given the transmission bitrate. So generally bit rates are mentioned with the R suffix B. Okay, bit rates are mentioned with the R suffix B. Okay, thank you very much, Sweta Padma. Thank you very much. So bit rates are mentioned with the R suffix B, and bit rate is reciprocal of the bit duration. Bit duration means if you want to transmit the 1, or else if you want to transmit the 0, okay, if you want to transmit anything, so from here to here it is the bit duration, and from here to here it is the bit duration. So either if you want to transmit the 1 or 0, the bit duration must be the same, TB and TB. And if you reverse this bit duration, okay, if you reverse this bit duration, then it is nothing but a bit rate. So if you observe here, frequency shift keying. Frequency shift keying means it is one of the digital modulation technique which we are taking. Then the message signal coming from the output of the pulse code modulation. Okay, output of the pulse code modulation, that means whatever the pulse code modulation technique is there, the output of this one, here the input is the analog signal. We are converting the analog signal into a digital signal by the PCM. But this digital signal frequency is very less, can't able to transmit for a long distance. So for that purpose, what we are trying to do is that we are taking one digital modulation technique to this one. They are ASK, PSK and FSK. These are the different digital modulation techniques. And we can take the coherent techniques, we can take the non-coherent techniques also. And all these can be taken as a M array, fine. And out of all these things, they are given for the frequency shift keying. So coming to the frequency shift keying, okay, if you want to transmit the 1 then you will take the carrier frequency as a F1 and append to that. And if you want to transmit the 0, then take the F2 frequency of the carrier signal and append to that one. Okay, so it is the case. Fine. Anyhow, the bit rate, the transmission bit rate is reciprocal of the bit duration. And here they given as a binary. Fine. So binary phase shift keying means M becomes is equal to 2, guys. Binary phase shift keying means, frequency shift keying means M becomes is equal to 2. Generally we will call M array PSK, M array FSK, correct? And M is equal to 2 power N. Okay, it is a relation between the M and N. And N is nothing but the number of bits required, okay, to transmit the samples or the signal. If they given M as a 2, then what about the N, guys? N must be 1, right? Okay, if they given M as a 2, then N must be 1. Then coming to the bit rate, RB can be taken as as per this case, binary FSK I am telling, or else if you want to take the M array FSK, for the M array FSK, the transmission bit rate can be taken as 1 divided by N into TB for M array. But here they are given as a binary. For binary, M is equal to 2 and N becomes is equal to 1. Now RB is equal to 1 divided by TB, right? And TB is nothing but a, what can we tell? The TB is nothing but a bit duration, or else you can take the carrier between, possible interval between the two carriers. So now TB is equal to 1 divided by RB, and the bit transmission rate is given as 4K. That is equal to 1 divided by 4K. 1 divided by 4K means 0.025 milliseconds. Okay. Is it clear, guys? So we can solve out like this. And next, coming to the third question. So the third question is asking that what is the relation between the bandwidth of binary phase shift keying signal and the bandwidth of M array phase shift keying signal for a given data rate. Okay, so it is a question, and for this one we will start with the little bit introduction for this one, so that you can understand very clearly. Binary means, as I told, that M is equal to 2 and N is equal to 1. So here let's take for one transmission, the bit duration is TB and the frequency spectrum of this message signal is 1 divided by TB minus 1 divided by TB. And here they are telling about the binary phase shift keying, right? Now, so if I modulated this one, modulated this message signal with respect to the phase shift keying, then I will get the signal like this. And now here FC plus, so because after modulation the carrier signal frequency will be added up to the message signal frequency, right? So I can take like this, FC plus 1 by TB and FC minus 1 by TB. Now for this signal, bandwidth can be taken as upper cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency, and if I subtract both these two, get like this. FC both these two gets cancels, then I will get 2 divided by TB. Correct? I will get 2 divided by TB. Fine. So bandwidth I got as a 2 divided by TB. And hi Shubham, good evening. Now instead of taking the M as a 2, okay, let's take the M as a 4. Okay, I am just taking here in the next step. m as a 4, then number of bits required per sample is the 2. Okay, that means let's take the 2 bits at a time. Now what is its duration? 2 TB. And what is the frequency spectrum? 1 by 2 TB minus 1 by 2 TB. And after doing the modulation, then what is the signal? FC plus 1 by 2 TB, FC minus 1 by 2 TB. And now what is the bandwidth of this one? This one minus this one, it becomes as equal to 2 by 2 TB. Okay. So if you observe, for m is equal to 2, I got this one. M is equal to 2 and n is equal to 1. And for m is equal to 4 and n is equal to, I got this one. So now if you observe both these two formulas, for the m array, I will get the bandwidth is equal to 2 divided by n into TB. Did you understand this one, guys? Here n is 1, so I got 1 into. Here n is 2, so I got 2 into. Okay. So if n is 3, if m is equal to 8, then n is equal to 3. If n is equal to 3, then I will get the bandwidth is equal to 2 divided by 3 into TB. So all of you understood here how I am getting the relation for the m array bandwidth. Fine. Okay, so we will go back to the question, guys. What is the relation between the bandwidth of a binary signal and the bandwidth of the m array PSK? So now based upon this one, the bandwidth of the binary is the 2 divided by TB. Binary phase shift keying bandwidth is 2 divided by TB. Fine. And next, the bandwidth of m array PSK, let's take BW suffix m is equal to 2 divided by n into TB, right? And now if you observe, 2 divided by TB is nothing but BW, right? So can I write like this? M array phase shift keying bandwidth is equal to 1 by n into BW. Clear? 1 by n into BW. So we will check down whether this option is there or not. But here in all the options m is represented. There is no n. Now what to do? I have to convert this n with respect to the m. We know that m is equal to 2 power n and n is equal to what? Okay, if I apply the log suffix base 2 on both the two sides, then n is equal to log m base 2. And let's substitute here, then that becomes is equal to 1 divided by log m BW. Clear? And now finally I will get the binary phase shift keying bandwidth is equal to log m base 2 into bandwidth of the m array phase shift keying. Okay, bandwidth of the m array phase shift keying. So now what is the correct option? The correct option is option 3. So all of you understood, guys, this one? So whatever the explanation I given right now, so this explanation will, if you properly apply this concept, then you can able to solve out most of the problems regarding the digital modulation techniques, just like the ASK, PSK and the FSK. Fine. And coming to the next question. Read the following statements regarding the Z transform. The ROC is a ring or disk Z transform. That means here all the options are regarding ROC properties of Z transform. Hi Suresh, good afternoon. ROC properties of the Z transform. So coming to the ROC properties, ROC is a ring-like of structure which is centered at the origin. So the first one is the correct. And the ROC contains all poles. Whatever the region of convergence we are taking, it should not contain any poles. So it is a wrong one. And next, if x of n is a finite duration sequence, then ROC is the entire z plane except z is equal to 0 and z is equal to infinity. Of course, if x of n, that means if the given input signal is a finite duration, then the region of convergence is the entire z plane except infinity and the 0. So it is the correct. Next, if x of n is a right-handed sequence, ROC extends inward from the innermost non-zero poles in the x of z to 0. That means he is telling like this. If the x of n is a right-handed sequence, means if it is a causal signal, causal signals means all the signals will be at the right hand side. Okay, nothing will be there at the left hand side. Now the ROC will extend inward. He is telling like this, but it is not the correct. ROC extends outward. Fine. So it is the wrong one. So now based upon this one, A and C is the correct option. Okay. The fourth option is the correct one. Is it clear? All of you understood, guys? And coming to the next question. So it is a two-port network parameter question. And it is a conversion of Y to Z, sorry, Y to transmission parameters. Okay. So coming to the Y parameters can be written as okay, and coming to the ABCD parameters can be written as like this. Okay, so now here I have to convert Y to ABCD parameters. Fine. So now coming to this one, let's see this equation. Okay, so from this equation, I1 is equal to CV2 and minus DI2 is there, and here also I1 is there. Okay, and from this equation, what will be the I2, guys? From this equation, I2, what will be the I2? I2 is equal to AV2 minus V1 divided by B. Correct? I2 is equal to AV2 minus V1 by B. Understood, all of you? that is equal to minus 1 by b into v1 plus a by b into v2. Okay, so now what you have to do is that compare this equation with respect to this one. Here also I2 and it is also I2. Okay, and here the v1 coefficient is y21 and here the v2 coefficient is y22, and here the v1 coefficient is minus 1 by b, v2 coefficient is a by b. And now if I compare both these two equations, can I write like this? y21 is equal to minus 1 by b, y22 is equal to a by b. Okay, so now y21 is equal to minus 1 by b and y22 is equal to a by b. That means C is 4 only in one option, and D goes to 2, so D goes to 2, and similarly A goes to 3 and B goes to 1. Okay, so if you want you can try. I will tell you the how to proceed. Whatever the expression I2 you got here, substitute this expression here in this I2. Fine. So now I will get I1 is equal to CV2 minus D into AB2 minus V1 divided by B. Okay, and then I1 is equal to CV2 minus DA by B V2 plus D by B V1, that is equal to D by B V1 plus C minus dA by B into V2. So now if you compare this equation with this equation, I1 is equal to V1 coefficient and V2 coefficient. So I1 is equal to V1 coefficient and V2 coefficient. Now if I compare both these two, here it is Y11 and it is a Y12. Clear? So all of you understood this. So Y11 is equal to D by B. Y11 is equal to D by B. But here Y12 is given as minus dt by B. So Y12, if I do the LCM, then I will get BC minus DA by B, correct? And let's take the minus as a common from this one, then I will get like this. Okay, AD minus BC is nothing but a determinant of the ABCD matrix. Okay, it is a determinant of the ABCD matrix, so minus dt by B. Okay, minus dt by B. Is it clear, guys? Okay guys, fine, thank you. So it is the present session, and again we will meet in the next session, guys. Okay, so tomorrow from 3 to 4 o'clock we will be having the special class, free class in the Unacademy platform. Okay, tomorrow, so all of you please join there, guys. And as if right now, so it is the end of this session. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for your participation. Bye Suresh, Shubham and Shweta Padma and PVK.